Hi, good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, and welcome to January 2024. Hello, are you all still recovering? Yeah, I am. And are you all still there? You're still with us and lovely. Let's see who's out there in this vast universe of ours, of the internet and on YouTube. Now, I'm beating Richard here. He's kind of going, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I know. So I'm Emily Baker. I'm a psychic artist, a spiritual medium. I also do complementary therapies. I'm also the creator of these, which are those are the back, by the way, of the perceptionary cards. And so tonight we're going to be using some of the perceptionary cards and doing that as part of the reading, and also some psychic art, which would be great. Looking forward to that. Now, if you'd like to know more about what I do, more about me, join my mailing list. If you have a look below, there's a link and it should say my website, which is Emily J, the letter J, baker.co.uk. Have a look, see all that I offer. There's a couple of other new things coming on there. And then if you're wanting to contact me and if you've had a portrait, if I've done a picture and you would like to have the original artwork, please contact me through Facebook or through there is actually a contact me site there and you can email me on my website. But my Facebook one is Emily Psychic Artist. So you'll be able to see it. And there's a mugshot of me as well, just in case you forgot what I look like. Who knows? But yeah, so that's there. So please do have a look. If you're wanting your own cards, can I just say the perception cards you're not going to find on Amazon or refuse to pay their charges. Hidden charges, I might add as well. Sometimes. Yeah, they are. Do hide them, or they are there, but in very small fine print detail, which is very confusing.com. So they're normally through my website. They're not on Etsy, they're not on Amazon, they're not on eBay. If they are, then that's somebody selling their own packs, okay? Because they're not my packs. All right, I do not sell through the website. The only one I go to is mine. All right, you may find it in a few shops. Right, okay, we got a new subscriber. Hello, blessed. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Do tell me where you are from. Hi, Terry. Hello. Hope you're well as well. Stacey. Hello, Stacey. Good afternoon. Now, I take it you're saying good afternoon, which means that you're not in the UK. I would take it that would be USA if you're in the afternoon. Rain Cloud. Hi, everyone. Hello. How are you? As well. Rachel. Hello, everyone. Hello, Rachel. Now, that does look American. Sorry, you do look American in that photograph. Cheryl. Hello, Cheryl. How are you? You're watching in work. Fabulous. Excellent. Terry. Hello, Lolita. Latoya. See, I'm so bad with names. Sam. Hello. Good morning. Okay, so definitely not here in the UK. Other side of the world, perhaps? Do let me know where you are because I'm really nosy. You're from Slovenia? Heck, it's cold tonight. Yes, I would agree. That looks like a cold picture. Slovenia. Hello, how are you? Right. Should we crack on? So how we normally work with the cards is, and by the way, thank you all of you. I'm so excited. I've never seen this before. Fabulous, Stacey. Fabulous. So what I would like is a number from somebody, and that's the number that I'll shout out. So just have your can I draw stick figures? Yeah, well, the same here really. You'll see. New York Cherokees. Oh, you got snow as well. Do you know, I just need to say, technically, Richard, that's lovely because not for once, everything is clear on my screen at my end. Leanne. Hiya, Leanne. So I don't know what you, yeah. No, it's really clear. I can actually see viewers' name instead of their comments. It normally, can I just let you know, guys, everything that I get to see on my screen is slightly blurry, but it's really clear tonight. Hello, Lynn. Right, so what's going to happen is I've got 49 cards. So I will say to Richard, I will give him a number, and that is the person who I'll be doing the reading for. So if you are there and you haven't put a number in between 1 and 49, that's how I choose the card, okay? All right, so Richard, how many have we got, sir? Oh, let's go for 12. Number 12. 12. Number 12. I don't know who number 12 is. That's Richard the main. Blessed. Hello. And you've chosen number 7. Okay. Let me count out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's going to be one of these nights. Right. So I'm going to turn the card over. I'm just going to change my screen so that you can see the card. And then Richard's going to tell me which way round the card should go. Okay. So there we go. How's that for people? Which way would you like? Leave it there? Leave it there. It's got a mouse in a tree. Richard's got a mouse in a tree. Right. So we're having it this way round. Blessed. Look, it's lovely and colourful. Right. Okay. Okay. Sorry, my dog in the background has decided that cats should not be allowed, or they're letting off fireworks, so it's just upset him. So I don't. Pardon? Yes. Flip. Keep turning around. That way. That way. That way. The mouse is that there? Below it. Apparently, Richard's saying there's a mouse in a tree. There? There? There. This way? That way? I'm seeing it very differently. I'm seeing. Okay. So Richard was. Oh, I see it. They're just there. Okay. Okay. Is a mouse. Oh, I'm touching his tail. Okay, so it's up there. Oh, okay. Right. You see, this is what's wonderful. Right. Okay. So up here is a mouse, and Richard was saying here is a tree. Right. Okay. So that's the beauty of these cards, because you can see all sorts of different things. Now, what I'm getting to see is something completely different altogether. So for me, this long shape here, I see a dog. Fabulous. Well, I'm actually seeing this as a horse. This bit here. And I'm also getting to see the horse turning its head. So the paler bit here is actually its nose. I don't know why I'm doing facial actions with this because I'm not, the camera's not on me. But anyway, so that's its nose bit, and then there's somebody coming up and touching it. So I know that this is about friendship, kinship. It is very much about, for me, when I'm looking at that, it's the caring nature side coming out. It's also the horse for me, especially when it's standing like this. It's about strength. The horse itself is, I mean, have you tried to push a horse over? They don't fall over easily at all. But again, they are very much akin to us. We can be very much connected to horses as well. There's a powerful element, and we use horsepower every single day in our cars, for instance. So I know that there's stamina there as well. So I know that you are blessed with actual strength and stamina. Sometimes so I feel as though it's not as though you take it for granted, because this is where I see the rider. Okay, so you're there with this, and it takes you through life's journey, but it's also something that you are aware of. It's not that you underestimate it, you don't take it for granted, and you acknowledge that strength that you have got and the stamina that you have got, especially during the quiet bits when it needs to rest. Okay, so moving down to the bottom part of this card, down here where it's much more green and kind of much more lighter greens and stuff, this is about learning. Okay, so I know that it's almost as though you've been walking through, wading through, going through all of this learning and development of yourself, I feel, more than anything else, because the darker green for me, that's about wisdom. And it's about you using what you have learned to help you on your way. And I feel as though it becomes then your second nature, and hence where the wisdom comes in. Only by doing can we learn, and from that learning can we get that wisdom of what works and what doesn't work. as well. So I know that you've gone through that, and at times it may have felt very much like a frustration for you as well. But for me, I feel as though it's kind of now you're taking stock of everything and deciding which way to go as well, and deciding which way, which path, what it is. You've learned so much. Not all of it are you going to use, I don't feel. It's something that you're going to actually perhaps pack away for another day. But for the time being, decide on which way you're wanting to go. There's different avenues. And I do feel here as well where you may kind of go, oh my gosh, what's this strip down here? Well, I'm getting to see lots of faces and lots of people. So I know that you're coming up from away from that world of solitude into the way of having lots of people around you. That too can actually be very stressful and overwhelming, especially if you've been kind of almost like in a hermit state in that period of isolation, because you're learning about yourself so much. You've had to block everybody else out. So just watch out for that. But it's not as though they're there to hurt you. I also feel as though, because there's purple in there, that there is actually more of a case of that spiritual side coming out. Trying to find my words there. That spiritual side coming out. Now that I feel may be actual in people themselves. Okay, blessed. Not and as well spirit energy format, but for me it feels much more like in the people that you're getting to meet. It's for almost as though you're going to be meeting new people coming in, new kind of your own tribe, like-minded people, more like-minded people, instead of having to learn of, yeah, they're not like-minded, they're not really me. Okay. Now, I know Richard, I was talking about earlier on, Richard seeing a mouse. Actually, to me, it looks almost like a fox, but I can kind of see it now way up here. So for me, the mouse is curious, all right, but it does know where its home is, and that it marks out its territory as well. And it will actually follow its roots home as well. So, yeah. Hermit, yes, for years I've secluded myself. Okay, so blessed with this, I would say that actually for me, what's coming up and what's showing for me, especially when I look at this card coming this way, is that for me, it's very much as though people will be coming towards you, you going towards people. Remember your strength and your stamina, because it's there with you. You always have it. You've got your own wisdom. I know that you have a few people around you. Just take it steady. All right. So I know it can be overwhelming. It be kind of, oh my gosh, there's all these people. It's a bit like when you've been working inside in a building that closes all its blinds, has the lights on, bright daylight outside, and then you come in and it's all, yeah, okay, can deal with this light, and then you walk out at the end of the day and it's still bright, sunny, and you still have the mole reaction, like, oh, I'm moly, can't cope with the light. That is how I would describe this part, which is you're coming up to, but remember this, the stamina of the horse is checking on you as well, you checking on it, and both of you are going to be working together with that. All right, so hopefully that helps. So yes, so new things on their way, and I think, you know, for you to just see how it goes. All right, so I'm just going to come back onto so you can see me. So hopefully that works for you, blessed. Okay, and just take it nice and steady. Right, okay, so can I go to number 45, please, Richard? Yes, I run into stores and ride back out because I'm like, oh my gosh, so many people. Yes. Yeah. Hello. Okay. Rich just looking up to see what number. I'm just shuffling the cards, by the way, guys. 10. Okay, number 10 it is. Shuffling them, you see. Lovely. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Right, there we go. Oh, hello, Christine. George, hello. How are you guys? George. George? Did you say George? Jules, as in jewels and crown. Right. Hello, Jules. Hello. Right. So this is the card. Okay. So we just need to decide which way around it goes. I'm just going to find out from Richard which way. This way. This way. Different it shall be. Lovely. Are we okay with being able to see that? Excellent. Okay, fabulous. So who was I've forgotten her name. Lynn. Hello, Lynn. Hello. Hello, Lynn. Everybody here knows that I'm really bad with names. So there we go. Right, Lynn, lovely card. Lovely, lovely card. Okay. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, now when I'm looking at this on screen, I'm seeing different things to what I'm actually seeing on the card, which, to be honest, is actually not a surprise to me. Right. Okay. So should we start on the bottom and work our way up? I think we should. Right. The red here, this is your energy, your passion, your vitality for life. And it's not to say that it's subdued. It's still there. It's just still there. But I feel as though this bit has been hanging over you a little bit. So what I'm getting to see here are darker greens, which are wisdom. It's not really showing up so clearly on the camera, perhaps, but that's actually kind of much more of a greeny color. And then we're coming into blue straight away. There's a very dark blue patch here. There's some more green here. This fades into a lighter blue, lighter blue, lighter blue. Then we go into yellow background with red. Now, for me, what I'm seeing those red parts being is almost like, and I do want to say, I do. I'm going to describe them as kind of like the wildebeest, or much more like the buffalo of the wild Americans. Buffalo. Okay, so big, sturdy, huge animals. Okay, one that take their time, but one that has got agility and strength to it. Okay, they're imposing. They are there as a hot point, a power point. Okay, these are your power points. All right, surrounded by calmness, which is the yellow bit. Going back up here, which I would say for you, you may look at the card and go, oh, that looks a bit doom and gloom. It's not actually. It's not. What I would say there is that it feels as though you've gone through a healing period. Okay, greens are my favorite. I know they're lovely, aren't they? But it feels like to me that you've been using your wisdom, but I don't know if you've been going through it. I'm going to repeat it again, a healing process. Now, that does not mean necessarily doctors and nurses and hospitals and all of that. Healing can come from within, and it may be about forgiveness for yourself. It may be about forgiveness of others. And so bringing in that gratitude, bringing in that compassion as well. So, and care. And it feels almost as though I want to say that you've been looking after yourself quite a lot recently, Lynn. The blue part is about communications and emotions. All right. For me, I thought they were two separate things, two different colors. But for me, over time, I've discovered that actually they're one and the same, really. Because when you convey an emotion, you convey that through your communication in some way or another. So I feel as though, yes, you have been you have been communicating with others. Now, the other thing I've just spotted out of the corner of my eye, here is a little volcano, and here swimming in front feels like, I was going to say yes, on oxygen. Oh, bless you, Lynn. For me, this feels like somebody swimming through all of this. So it's fluid. It's all fluid. It's not rocky. It hasn't been like a tempest, like a Shakespeare's Tempest. It's not aggressive. It's not angry. It's like, yes, this is what I need. This is what I need to do. This is, this is how I feel. And I feel as though I've got a feeling that you've opened up a lot more through this illness, because it's allowed, it's that I can see from your photograph, Lynn, that you are a very strong, capable, independent woman. And then you would hate anybody to see you in that vulnerable state. And yet when you've found that you have the help around you as well. It's quite amazing when we kind of think, oh, we can't be vulnerable. Actually, we then know who is and who aren't our friends as well, and that strength behind it. And I do feel as though there is actually quite a lot of strength there for you as well, in that healing being given, healing that you're doing for yourself, but also communicating to others. And you've learnt what it is that you do and don't want as well. Because when you're independent, somebody coming up to you and say, oh, no, I'm going to do this, this, and this for you, and they do it, yet you're wanting to do it for yourself as well. Here is, I think, this bit here, this light blue. There are bits of green in there, and having the yellow, which is the peace, the calm, the tranquility. I mean, like the real peace part. That's what I'm seeing is our goal area. Okay, not to be in this heavier area here or the dynamic area down here, but just having an equilibrium. Actually, you're doing okay. That's fabulous, Lynn. That's really good. But it's also having that way of finding a new routine that's kind of working, tweaking it a little bit here and there. But also for me, it's finding your own peace, your own peace, your own inner peace, because there's a lot of white actually around in this section, and you being able to communicate that either to yourself. Don't forget, we need to sometimes talk to ourselves as well as to others around us, and communicating that. And sometimes that isn't just through language, but it can also be through the body as well. Okay, and our bodies talk to us, really do talk to us, and it's the subconscious that talks to us as well. It's just that we have to remember what the cues are. We have to be able to listen to our body as well, and kind of go, do you know what, if I do this again, and I did it last week, it really hurt me, do you know what, let's not do that one again. Let's do something else that isn't going to hurt me. Let's try something else. Okay, can do that. Right, that works. So again, it's sometimes just about listening to us, ourselves, our own bodies, because our bodies will tell us as well. So I will say, Lynn, that you have got strength there and determination, definitely. And I do feel as though you are a capable woman, that you are strong as well. And I know that this has perhaps knocked you a little bit for over 6, and you want this to kind of go. The way that I want to look at it is that this area here, the lighter part, the melding of the two, the greens, the blues with the yellow, that's the area where I think is the optimum Lynn space. You know, that's the perfect spot for that you're trying to achieve, of coming to terms, being this, you know, having this or doing that, or not be, you know, as we get older, there's certain things that my body won't do that my younger body will do. So rude of it. So it's, you know, we sometimes do have, you sometimes do answer, I answer myself, fabulous. Lynn, don't worry, I have full conversations with myself in the shops. Oh yes, two-way conversations as well. Great at Christmas time, always clears the aisles. Telling you, clears the aisles. So yes, but I do laugh about that. So anyway, so it's a lovely card, and I can see what looks like a mermaid there. So I feel as though you do like the magical side of stuff as well. You've also got the hair. Now the hair is very, which I can see here, it's kind of upside down, or you can see it as a deer upside down. For me, it's one of those magical creatures. The hare and the deer are very magical, because it's just the way that they lightly cross across the land as well. So they're not a disturbance as much when they're going at a pace. It's when they stop and eat. That can be a bit of a disruption. But, you know, we all have our places. So, yeah, no, it's a lovely card, Lynn. It's a lovely card. I hope that helps for you. And I do hope that you get better soon as well. All right. So, lovely. Just going to switch over cameras. There we go. Thank you very much, Lynn. Thank you. Oh, lovely. Stacey, hello. I'm curious. What does she mean by needing to find out which way the card goes? There isn't a normal top or bottom. No, there isn't. So Stacey, I'm just going to hold up a card. So this is the card we just done. Okay. Now, it can be read that way. It can be looked at that way, or that way. So it's very much, and each one of them will kind of give you a different perspective on things, and you get to see different things as well in them. So no, there isn't a top and a bottom. It's not like your tarot cards or angel cards or anything like that. there isn't a right and a wrong way to see the cards. Okay, what I can see, you may not also be able to see, and you may be able to see what I see, same as you may be able to. I may be able to see what you see. That's why they're called perceptionary, because they're very much you using your own perception on it, and you using your own interpretation of it as well. So it's very symbolic, and it's also looking at the interpretation of the symbols, such as the deer or the buffalo, the bison, and then looking at the colors, like the reds and the blues and the greens, like I tried to describe. Okay, so and that's how they tend to work for me. Artists have also bought them just to give them inspiration. People use them for meditation as well. So what you mean like that? Richard's talking about changing the shape. No, I haven't. I mean, mine are slightly bent because they've been in my bag and I carry them all over the place. So yeah, they probably would do. I like that card. It's a pretty card, really. See, this way round, I'm kind of there. I can kind of see what looks like a camel's head, but on the screen it looks completely different. There's that deer or rabbit or hare or whatever you want to see there, kind of going sideways. So there's its feet and there's its head. Don't know if you can see that. While I'm looking at this on the screen, I can see a face over here, but when I turn the card around, I know that face won't be there. So I do kind of get to see different things on screen to what I do on the card. Now, the best way to describe that is, will you be channeling spirit all through this live? Yes, I will be. So yes, so my second half is Blessed is going to be doing psychic art, which I will also explain. So psychic art is very much a case of I give you what I get. All right, so it will be a case of people will need to have their fingers on the keyboards, but we'll have an interval before then. I'm just going to ask Richard, do we have time for one more card reading or should we do the break? Okay, we'll do one more card reading and then we'll do the psychic art. Okay, that's okay with everybody. So hopefully that's explained the cards for you guys. Right, so can I have number 22? Yeah, we'll go for 32. I did say 22, but 32 is fine. Whichever. No, 32. Go for 32. You heard 32. Richard heard 32. And again, I am not privileged to list. Jan, hello, Jan. Can anyone else see that hair running? Yes, I can. So no, that's cool, Jan. Right, Jan, number 19. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19. Stop. No, 19, 19. No, 19. Who remembers that song? 19, 19. Ooh. Now, Jan, you got to see lots of things in the last card, didn't you? So let's get to see what you get to see. Right, there we go. Just swapping over. There we are. So I'm just going to ask the lovely Richard, which way round, Richard, are we going to have this? Ah, now let me guess. Deer, okay, and the fox there or the fox there? Excellent. Bushy tail, isn't it? It's a bushy tail that gave it away. So that's what Richard's gone and seen. He can see a deer and a fox with a bushy tail there. I have to say that looks like a cartoon kind of caricature of a pig. Okay, with a big smiley face from my angle. And what else do we have? Oh, that's quite a lot of things. To me, that almost, well, actually, fish, goldfish. Now, Jan, I know that you're in very snowy land as well. So Was it Slovenia? Am I right in thinking that? But it cold. You said that it was cold earlier on. I do remember that because I matched that up with your picture. Right. So where shall we start, Jan? Are you there? Fabulous. Excellent. Thank you. Right. Yes. Do you know what? Actually, Slovenia. Is that how you pronounce it? Slovenia? Slovakia, even. So glad that you can't see the faces that I'm pulling up myself. Slovakia. No, it's good. It's good. No, it's just me having a dyslexic moment, Richard. Not being able to pronounce or read words. So I want to go back to this card because actually for you, Jan, everything's been kind of all over the place. But can I just say that where I want to place you is right in the middle of this card. So it's almost like everything is there at your fingertips as well. Now, for me here, I'm seeing a squirrel. Oh, good. I've seen a couple of goldfish, all right, and that's not about memory. Actually, goldfish do remember longer than you think. You can train your goldfish. So there we go. They do have a memory scan bigger than 3 seconds. And they do see colour as well, some of them, and shapes, definitely recognise shapes. Anyway, going back to this, I know I need to talk about the year of the dragon because this year is the year of the dragon as well when we're looking at the Chinese calendar as well. For me, there is a lot of movement going on, but placing you here in the middle, it's like the red for me is about energy. Along with the orange, there is so much energy, but then I think you've been going at 10,000 miles an hour anyway. And this yellow bit here is about the calmness and looking for that tranquility of it, like, oh, please let it just stop. Instead of, and I feel as though maybe like we all have around Christmas time and New Year, we've been kind of going around this edge part where it's just almost like a whirlwind of kind of going around and around. Sorry, the dog's so barky. Going around and around. And it's kind of like, okay, let me grab hold of this. Let me just sort this out. Let me just sort that out. Yeah, I'm back to you, and we're sorted that. Yes, done that. And it's literally like your head is spinning. It feels like it's spinning. Now, with seeing the fox, hopefully you can see the fox. Buffalo. Oh, you can see buffalo. Okay, great. Well, buffalo is strong. It's about strength, but buffalo are kind of one of those creatures. Now, you want tranquility so much. Yes, because for me, do you know, normally I would see this dark green around the edges around here about healing. Like I've said before, I don't feel as though this is necessarily your healing though, Jan. It's almost as though you are trying to help others who are in need of healing, and you using your wisdom of how to go about that. But it's about delegation as well, Anne. Jan, the other word isn't no. You can see the fox. Excellent. With regards to the fox as always, they don't want to use their energy where they don't want to or need to. They're not going to go after. They're not necessarily going to go after every single chicken. Well, they will do. Okay, let me just think. They will kind of plan out what, where, when, how. They're not going to waste their energy. You know, if you're going to feed a fox, the fox knows you're going to feed it. Great, fab. It's going to come to you. It's not going to go hunting for food. So that's, you know, it's that kind of a thing. They will also kill a lot of hens in order to get the right hen, but it's kind of almost as though, yes, I'm scavenging, I'm going to bring that back as well. So they're very cunning in that way, and foxes have often been seen as very cunning. It's just that they're shrewd. You know, they're just looking out, checking out all of the options. The deer are always alert. Okay, for me, they're always like these alert creatures, like, oh, what's going on? What's over here? They can hear for miles, they can see for miles, they've got really clear eyesight, they can turn their head, but they're also ones that don't like to be on their own. So again, I would say, again, for you, it's one of your traits. You like to have people around you, which is great. Not so great when you're looking after everybody as well. that little bit of independency. So for the deer, I make lists. I'm so much of a planner. Excellent. But it is because you are really, really busy, Jan. And it's that, the simple word of saying, no, I can't today, brings you that little step closer to that tranquility of which you're looking for. It's, it's there. It's tangible. It's, however, if you're wanting to let go of feeling that you need to do everything for everybody. Okay. And also for some people, yes, okay, you will happily do that. But for others, you may be thinking, actually, do you know what? They're big enough and old enough to now iron their own socks if they want their socks ironed. But it's for me, it's like that goldfish reminds me of you kind of going around and around and around and around. And it's kind of like, well, where does it ever end? Where I know it, I want to do something different. Let me have a house in a tank, please. Let me have a look at a different viewpoint. And I feel as though there's that kind of a frustration coming up as well for you. And again, that's where some of this greenery is coming in for you into your tranquil bit. Is like, actually, you also need to be fit and well mentally and physically to be able to help out everybody else. And if you're not, who then is going to do it? So often the healers need to look after themselves as much as they need to with everybody else. Because if you've got the healer, say it's the doctor, and the doctor is poorly, what happens to all of their patients? Do you see what I mean? So, there is a bit of a give and take, and sometimes we have to kind of put ourselves first, Jan. So on that list that you make, because you love making lists and planning, do you put your stuff on there that you want to do? Not that everybody else wants to do, but what you want to do. Sometimes I feel others stand back because they know I will do it. Yeah, exactly. But that's when you have to stand your ground, Jan, and just say, actually, no. No, actually, it's my day off in my diary. I've blocked it out. And you just say to people, no, you're busy, you're doing something else. A friend of mine will do that, say to one bunch of people, yeah, I'm busy, I'm doing X, Y, and Z, and and use friends and say, oh yes, I'm out with friends, and talk to those friends, and they say, oh no, she's doing X, Y, and Z, so would be doing something else. And actually, she's just created that space for herself of, this is my day, this is what I do. And this, I work from Tuesday through to Sunday. So Mondays are my day off. And I'm starting to get very religious about those Mondays because it's one day in the week. Everybody else can annoy me every other day of the week, and come up and ask me questions and work. And I'm happy to do that. Absolutely happy to do that. But my boundary is one day off. What is your boundaries? This is definitely about boundaries. This is definitely about where your boundaries are, Jan. And yes, you like making lists and making sure everything's planned out to the nth degree, but where are your boundaries? At what point is enough is enough? And I think this is what this card is showing you. And maybe it's something that you've already thought about for the new year and the new you. Okay. Hopefully. This week I made a list for me. Yay! Well done, Jan. Excellent. That is really, really good. That is really, really good. Right. I'm going to swap over. Sorry, I just took that away automatically. There we go. So I think we're going to have a quick break, aren't we, Richard? And then you'll all come back and I'll do some psychic art, which would be fabulous. All right. So I'll see you in a few minutes. And don't forget, come back with fingers on keyboards. And I'll see you shortly.
MySpiritualDirectory.com is one of the fastest growing online free listing service. Our search directory offers geolocation feature, rating ability, review system, map location, customer comment, YouTube video, gallery, social media sharing, direct contact with the lister, simple online booking and payment system. It's free to register and use. It even creates your own mini web page, which you can update at any time, and yes, it's still free, no monthly or yearly fees. 100% free. Creates your own profile page. Add social media and other links. Add a mini gallery and a YouTube video. Rating, reviews and comments. Includes online booking and payments. So, if you're looking for a medium, or a reader, even a church, maybe a healer, or any other spiritual service, then visit myspiritualdirectory.com.
Hi, we're back, I'm back. Hello, how are you all doing? Right, sorry, we're just having technical questions then, and it was like, oh my gosh. Right, so Ashley, hiya, Happy New Year to you too. Okay, so while I'm just getting some pieces of charcoal out and stuff like that, just to let you know about the psychic art that I tend to do. Firstly, I do it on a pad. Secondly, I use charcoal. Thirdly, I'm not a trained artist. I didn't do basic qualifications at school to do with psychic art. My art teacher threw me out. I will blame him. Bless him. It's probably the wisest thing. So with this, I am channeling. I don't know who I'm drawing. I may not be drawing the communicator. Please bear that in mind. It doesn't always work that I'm drawing the communicator. I think most of the time I am, and it turns out to be somebody else, but still connected to you. The people who can come through, just to remind you, and I know some of you are new here, so the people who can connect, have the possibility of connecting, is anybody from your family tree. If you are looking into your ancestors can come through. Anybody from your partner's family tree, your ex-partner's family tree, anybody like your friends or your family, next door neighbors, people that you've gone to school with or worked with. Okay. And if you're a carer, don't forget about all of those people that you cared. I think the art is made. Oh, I think it's amazing, the art. Fabulous. So Ashley, have you seen it before then, I take it? Okay. So yeah, so, and also the other thing is I don't have control over the picture as much as you think I do. I don't. So sometimes I will start drawing male and then it will end up being female, or vice versa. Sometimes it's split into bits of different people, and you kind of go, oh my God, that's so and so, and that's so and so. And again, if you're wanting to have the original artwork, please do contact me. I am at the moment deciding what to do with past pictures and artwork. I'm still deciding what to do with that. But if you do want it, please go to Emily at Emily Psychic Artist at it's at Facebook. So it's at, if you're on Facebook, at Emily Psychic Artist. Okay. I know I've waffled on. Right. I know I'm going to. Sorry, I've got a lady here and she's just telling me off. She said, will you stop waffling on? Now, can I just check with American viewers? Do you know what waffling means, apart from the stuff that you eat? And it's not a waffle that you eat, by the way. Do you know what I mean by waffling on? Just curious. I know I'm distracting them. Yeah, I know. Right. Oh. That's two different names. Okay, I've just been given the name of Eric or Ed, that I'm Eric Ed, what I've got coming through at the moment as a name. So spelled that wrong. Waffling. Waffling is the word. This one. Absolutely. It's gibberish, basically. It's just going on for the sake of talking, really. Using up hot air. Oh, did I think of politicians then? Yeah. Any country. Just think of your politicians, and then you've got the wafflers. That's what a waffler is. Don't really answer anything. Right. Okay. So. Okay. Well, this is Stacey. We've got more than one Stacey, haven't we? Okay. I've just been given. I need to talk to Stacey, but I don't know if it's this Stacey because I've already spoken to this Stacey. Did you? Oh, is there only one Stacey? Okay. Right, Stacey. Hello, you're going to have your fingers on the keyboards here, I'm afraid. So here we go. If somebody else recognises this, please let me know. Right. All your kids. Oh, do they do that as well? my Prime Minister. Yes, I understand that. Canada. Right. Anyway, let's get him back. Yes, I know. I know. I know I've got them all at it. I know I've got them all at it now. Okay. Needing to go back to Stacey F. Stacey F, hello. I need to talk to you. I've got a lady here who who is very much a lady who's kind of like, okay, let's just get back on track. Let's, stop waffling. Let's get back onto it. Now, I've been given the names of Eric, Ed, something like that. A gentleman's name beginning with E, definitely. I will tell her he has passed. She's quite insistent. This lady is quite insistent, does not want me to not talk about her. She wants to be acknowledged. Definitely. I am acknowledging that she's here with me at the moment. Now, this gentleman, he also had kind of wavy hair, he's telling me. Less so as he got older, into his 80s. In fact, it was much more of what I would call a receding hairline, which means that you can see the scalp and things. There is hair there. It's just thinner. That's all. Is that making sense for you, Stacey? Any of that making sense? And by the way, if there's anybody out there and all of that makes sense, please let me know. So, Ed, okay. That my mum knew. Okay. He was quite a nice gentleman. You knew him? I know that you said your mum knew him, but did you know him as well? And are you doing the family tree then? Are you looking into the ancestors as well? Or somebody that you know around you looking into the ancestors? Why? Why was she? And she would tell you to get back to it. Yep, very direct. Yes, she is very direct. Okay, so then I am with you. Right, okay. Well, I hate to say this, but we all do get aged. Okay. Right. I do feel as though he has got a sense of humour on him as well. So, that's ingenious. Okay. Well, thank you for that. Thank you. Right. Okay. Sorry, they just shown me a different, very nice man. Yeah. Very gentle sense of humour to go with him. Okay. And I've just been, yes, I'm doing our tree. Don't understand that, but that's okay. Oh, you're finding relatives. Okay, fabulous. Okay, I just thought, yes. He was also making a joke about, yes, he's a very nice gentleman, especially with all the chins that he has, as well. So he's just referring to my picture, I think. Finding relatives that you didn't know about. Yes. Okay, so yes. And there was also an Eric as well. She is telling me that there is an Eric. Who are you? Now you've been asking for this lady because I know how now you're wanting me to remember what card I gave her. But she's wanting to find the tranquility. You're wanting to find the tranquility, Stacey. Is that right? You had the green, blue, the red bits at the bottom card, didn't you? And it is about you finding that kind of much more quieter sense as well. Take on board, or sometimes all you have to do is to say no. She needs to set up her boundaries. You need to set up your boundaries, Stacey. Does that make sense? Yes, very playful. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I know this. Well, he is a lovely gentleman because he's just saying, oh, I look like I almost, does he look like I know the ear is wrong. What's happened to this ear? Okay, that bit's better. Yes, that's a bit better. Yeah, he was a bit hard of hearing as well because he's wanting me to redo his ears, so I know that he was a bit hard of hearing as well. Okay, thank you. Can I also let you know I do need boundaries? Yes, you do. You do. And it's just to, there's lots of ways of saying no. It's I know it's been a rough couple of years, and it is a case of even when you're coming out the other end, it's sometimes just having that space. Okay, when he was younger, yes to the curly hair, I take it. Okay, yeah, no, he lost that when he got a little bit older and the hair got finer. Should we just say it? That's an E, by the way, an E. Okay. So yes, it's just a very gentle man, and he's not here to. Very hard to say no. I give too much. Okay. Let me just say. Maybe it's a case of you not saying no outright, Stacey, of you just saying, you know what, I can't write at the moment, but I can tomorrow, or I can help you with this next week. Okay. And schedule them in. Simple as that, really. Because we can't do everything all of the time. We really can't. I know she needs to learn this. I know. It's almost as though you're being called to do other things which are of more importance than the things that you're getting dragged off to doing. So it is about prioritizing as well. And you have to be prioritized into all of that. Was he associated during the Second World War with airplanes, please? I know. It's so much easier said than done, Stacey. But can you understand him being associated with flying aircrafts? This is the Second World War period that I'm looking at. I keep on seeing a man in a uniform, and it looks like a flying outfit. It's a flying uniform. For me, it's the RAF, but I know that the colours were sort of similar for the Americans, sort of, but different. But okay, we'll go with that. But yes, I know I need to do that too. Stop avoiding. But I've got him associated with that. Okay, bless you. If you're wanting to look at the bigger picture, Stacey, you need to have that quiet time to be able to have a look at the bigger picture. Okay, so I keep on wanting, because he keeps on talking to me about flying and seeing the overall viewpoint, the vantage point. So that's where this is coming in. It's about you being able to have a look at the bigger picture, not just at the picture now or the picture tomorrow. What am I going to be? It's not that firefighting. You're looking at the long term, not at the short term. Okay, the short term has gone. We're now looking at the long term, the sustainability. Okay, that's what we've got to look at. Oh, and by the way, can you please drink some more fluid? Does that make sense? Okay. I take it you're the lady who I was talking to because she's got back in. He served in the armed forces, not sure which branch at the moment. Okay. Again, that makes sense. Okay, to have more water, because I've been told that you're not drinking enough water, and this is coming from the lady, and she says, please can you just drink some more water, and then you won't have the sore throat that you keep on moaning about having a sore throat about. You're dehydrated. She keeps on talking to. I am not a doctor. I am not a physician. I am a therapist, but I am not able to diagnose. I am only giving you what she gives me. If that doesn't make sense, I'm happy with that. But like I say, she is the one who's telling me. Okay, lovely. So yes, so he's all about the boundaries. You've got to have the boundaries as well. And the hardest person is going to be you, because you're going to want to break those boundaries each and every time. The fourth. Okay, the one, yes. Oh, Okay. Well, I'm there. Can I give you the date of 1923? And I've got a feeling that's someone's birthday year. It's a year that they were born. I'm not getting enough water currently fighting COVID. Oh, Stacey, not good, not good. Yeah, explains the sore throat and everything. Oh, bless you. Okay. And I need to give you the 3rd, and I don't know which month this is, by the way. I've got 1923 and the 3rd. And can you give her October? I'm going to give her October as well. Okay, so I've got those bits of, they're normally the dates. I know they're all a little bit jumbled up today, but normally it is about a prominent date, prominent month. Okay, check on the 1923. I've got that. He wanted me to write down 1923, so the 1st of the 4th, 1923, which is kind of like 101 years ago. So yes, have a look. All right. So that's our picture number 1. Oh, and we've got time for one more. We have. So I'm going to crack straight into it. Birthday's in October. Oh, happy birthday. Yes. By the way, the lady's just gone and said she is going to be around you, okay, Stacey? So she will be around you. Okay. Okay. Right, I've got Granddad here, and I've also got that he was very tall, that you, now this is going to the ladies. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I'm only going by what he's telling me, that she has seen him. So he's gone and said to me, she has seen me. And not to be, this is grandfather. This feels like a grandfather figure, I have to say. So it's not so, but he's tall. I know he's towards the 6 foot mark. And he was roughly around about 78-ish when he passed away. I'm going to say ish. For what you, sometimes, you know, people do lie about their birth years and forget. Okay, so no, she'll come later. Okay. Somebody is wanting to have a female to come through. She will come later. Not yet. Okay. Just telling you what I'm hearing. You had glasses, didn't you? Yeah. Great. Fabulous. Okay. Now he's telling me also had a very, you're more than welcome, Stacey. Thank you very much for working with me. He's also telling me that he had a very much like a blue collar work. So he wasn't a labourer, he wasn't working on a farm or anything like that, but he just did, that's as far as I've got so far. But he did work in an office, that kind of a situation. Oh, interesting. Here. That side. That side. This side. Okay. Sorry, do you know what's really quite, oh, it's going over there. Okay. Okay. Right. Can I just see the mouth? Okay. I have to say that's the first time that's happened. When I'm looking on the screen, I've got a tiny little live output screen, just to let you know, guys know, at the bottom. And there I can see Richard split. So this is what you guys can see. So there's a picture of me drawing. Hello. And then there's my drawing here. I've just been looking at my drawing and it is kind of slightly blurred, but I can see the face, and that's what I'm just trying to outline and trace, and they don't normally show me their face on there. So that's why I've kind of gone, oh, that's exciting. So hopefully you can see it a little bit better. Right. Do we have any takers for this yet at the moment, Richard? I take it's all quiet on the Western Front. Okay. Is he? Oh, Richard's just saying that's what he's going to look like when he's 60. It reminds him of his grandfather, did you say? Okay. Do you know about a female then who needs to get the house in order, Richard? I'll repeat back. Can other people hear you talking? Okay. 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 Right. Okay. Sorting out her house. Okay. But you haven't. Okay. Sam B, I can take the info, but do not recognize the picture. Remember, the picture may not be the person who I'm talking to. That's what we've got to remember. Okay. Right. Go on. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to ask as well. Yeah. Okay. I'm not even going to ask because I know they wore glasses. Richard's just gone and said yes to that because he can recognise the picture. Okay. Here we go. Anyone who's seen me before knows that I don't like drawing glasses. So I'm just going to. Yeah. Now to the person, Sam B, do you recognise them if they wore glasses? I will draw the glass. Small ones. Okay. What do you mean those little? Okay. Wire. With a wire. Okay. Wire rimmed. Okay. It's just giving me very. Okay. It's got me drawing kind of like wire rimmed. Sam B, how are we doing, Sam? You can recognise the information? Okay, let's carry on. What does he have to do? Okay. It doesn't look like him. Okay. Sam B, can I just check, are you male or female? Simply because the reason why I'm asking before you answer and you think, oh, she shouldn't be asking, is because earlier on I went and said he wants to speak to a she. Okay, and that's why I just want to check that Sam is female, because I feel as though I need to go to a female, but I also need to talk about putting the house into order, and I know Richard can take that, and doing a lot of the family tree and a lot of the family don't know. A lot of family I don't know. Okay. Female, fabulous. Okay, right. Okay, female. Thank you. This is a person who worked. I've got collars on him, so that's shirt collar, cuffs, and all the rest of it. Quite big cuffs actually, compared to what we have now. But they are quite big cuffs on the shirts. Shirt, tie, suit, that situation. So that's the kind of work that he would have done. He would have gone into an office. Where I also feel as though you know a lot of people that wouldn't necessarily go into an office and would be working outside, getting their hands dirty, doing whatever. Okay, so someone who's out and about. Okay, yes, house really needs organising. Okay, thank you. But it's about getting it into a workable order, because it's almost you're going to. Okay, you need to clear out. It's almost like get the black sacks with you, and if you don't want it, get rid of it there and then. Do not look through it. Do not stop to peruse and think, do I really need it? Shake out the magazines before you throw them away, because you never know, there may be a lottery ticket in there. But just kind of give it a good shake before throwing it out and then get rid. It is about surplus to requirement. You surplus. Yes, it's like having surplus to requirement. Too much stuff in there now, and it's not helpful. It's really not helpful. So thin stuff out. If you've got 50 pairs of shoes, actually, do you wear 50? No, you may only wear 5 or 6. So keep those. sell, do whatever you wish with the other ones. Actually, I have got that coming in as well, selling. And just if you are going to sell things on eBay, obviously just make sure you're asking a fair price, and just don't forget about the nooks and crannies of the postage and stuff like that as well. So, you know, you've got those. This is where he comes in. This is where this gentleman's coming in. And he's coming in on a very soft level of kind of gentle persuasion of, do you really need it? I don't think you do. Let's get rid. He liked to have space around him. He really liked to have that clarity, because when you have the clarity of your space, then you have the clarity of the mind. There's nothing in there to fill it up, detract it, send you off on tangents. Yes, that's how I'm doing it, either used or binned. Absolutely. And use up all of the stuff that you have got already. So I know. Are you stockpiling things like paper towels and laundry detergents and bleaches, household stuff? Because I've got a lot of that being stockpiled, and actually you don't need to stockpile it. You just need to kind of get rid. Really, it's a little bit like that, and use what you've got, all right, and then go out and get when you need it as well. So yeah, so it's not always about it's just keeping everything ticking over in a nice manner. Okay, go on. Okay, thank you. He's also talking to me about cancer for him, not for you or anybody else, about him. And I do feel as though I'm in the chest area, so I don't know if this is lung cancer that he's referring to. I know that he had also a little bit of a dodgy heart as well. I've got an arrhythmia going on. I can feel my heart pulsing and racing really quite quickly as well. So just have a look at that. Just tell her to breathe. Tell you to breathe as well. Sam, I've got to tell you to breathe. Are you not breathing? Sometimes we need to recognize that we are breathing. No, but moving my mother-in-law in, and she stockpiles those things. Right. Okay, so just make sure that it's setting up a system and just saying to her, look, you can use one, have one spare. Use one, have one spare. And just keep it to that, all right? And every time she's using the spare, then you pull out a new one and just say, look, that's where we're at. Okay, so you probably have enough to be able to do that. But it's a limature of space as well. Limature. Is that a word? Limature? I like it. Sounds good. Okay, we'll go with it. But it's just limiting that amount of stock as well. And also, Sam, you're also a support worker. Okay, bless you. Yes, again, I've got you to breathe. I need you to breathe. Just take a breath. Take a moment. Take a breath. Have a moment. Breathe. Just breathe. Okay. If getting frustrated with grandma, oh bless it. If you just breathe, I say to myself, I know, but do you at the end? If you're in the UK, Sam, I can't remember if you said where you were from, but if you're from the UK many years ago, back in the 1980s and 1990s, there was a Cadbury's advert, and it was Cadbury's caramel, and you always had the rabbit saying, take it easy, have a Cadbury's caramel. And if that helps, then there we go. Okay, so just breathe easy. Okay. Thank you. He's just gone and talked to me about having a bit of throat and lung cancer. So I think started off in the lungs, but it may have metastasized, moved on to other parts of his body. Yes, he did have a dodgy heart, hence why they didn't do too much procedure, nor did he want too much procedure. Actually, it was quite an aggressive one, and he went quite quickly. So even if they wanted to give him many procedures, it would have been more on a palliative care. Australia. Okay, thank you. Okay. Right. Okay, thank you. Greying hair as well. Greying hair I've got. Go on. Okay. Remember, okay, obviously boundaries is the word for tonight. Obviously it is, but Sam, also do remember what your boundaries are. And also, you are going to have to set out the rules. Have very clear rules. Really clear rules. what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And even if they may sound silly, like the mother-in-law bringing round friends and stuff, okay, she may do that at 10 o'clock at night. Is that okay? She may do that at 4 o'clock in the afternoon when everybody's there. Is that appropriate? Do you need to set up a guideline of, actually, yeah, you can bring them around, but just give us the heads up, 24 hours notice kind of a thing. And that works both for you and for her, okay? So you have to also give her 24 hours notice. So it works both ways. It's about, can you also remind her it's about compromising, Sam? Compromising. That's going to be the key word, I'm afraid. Compromising. November. I've got to give you the month of November. Okay, thank you. 2024. Yeah, and go on. April 15th. I love that date for summer. And the 7th. I'm dealing with dementia. Okay, lovely. Okay. That's so hard as well. Really? Okay. I've just been shouted out to say Spain to you. Have no idea why, but I've got Spain. Is there a connection to Spain? Apparently there is. There's a connection with you and Spain. You may find... Okay, there was. Before the First World War that there was a bit of a conflict out in Spain? Yeah. You may find that somebody fought it in that war, and it was a civil war, Spanish Civil War. That's it, Spanish Civil War. But I've also got Spain. Oh, bless her, she's just getting worse. Bless her. Now, have you also got help, Sam? My daughter's birthday, November. Lovely. Just make sure that you will have also got help, that you're not doing it all by yourself. Okay. April's your birthday. Hello. Happy birthday to you too. Mine April as well. So there we go. That's the picture. Spain. Interesting. Yes. Just ask around, because I it's just a very odd thing, and he's made me write it down at the bottom down here. Spain as well. So yeah, so that's that picture for you. Spanish Revolution. 1917 through to 1923. So there we go. And I think Hemingway actually went out there as well, and fought in that, and also in the First World War, didn't he? Because Hemingway was a bit of a writer who liked to yes, he did. He liked to have a lot of action in his life. He was an all-action hero kind of guy, was our Hemingway. And not our Hemingway, because he was American. Now, you see, this is perfect example of waffling. Perfect example. So yes, so there we go. Now, I know we're coming up to our end time. So tonight, you're more than welcome, Sam. Thank you very much. Thank you for working with me. Tonight at 8 o'clock, do we have anybody? No, nobody. Oh my gosh. Hopefully, when I'm next back on, which is the 18th of January, I will be back on doing the perception cards and the psychic art. We will also have Facebook running as well. We won't be barred from that. So at the moment, it's just on YouTube. So is there somebody on tomorrow, Richard? Okay. So there may be some... What sort of time is that? 6? 8 o'clock tomorrow. I just have a look out, because there may be somebody on. Just need to have confirmation on that one. But there will be other things also happening. Have a look at the website. Have a look at the bookings. Maybe there's other bookings and things like that on the website. And you can also see the timetable of who's coming up, what they're going to be talking about as well on sptv, and all of that is absolutely free as well. Unless you... Ashley, hello. You're more than welcome, Nicola and Ashley and everybody. It's been a pleasure No, it's been an absolute pleasure working with all of you. And hopefully, for those of you who've just found us for the first time, please do come back. Please come and see us again, and we'd love to hear from you. All right. So look after yourselves. Don't forget, if you want to contact me, emilyjbaker.co.uk or at Emily Psychic Artist on Facebook. You look after yourselves, and I shall see you in a couple of weeks' time. Take care now. See you all later.